Where am I? Hello YouTube. Hello YouTube. Welcome back. I'm out in my not so local woods anymore because I actually moved. Ancient woodland. So it's beautiful. The only problem with that is it's quite hard to find a place to be a good distance for your hammock. So that's what I'm looking for now, is a place where I can set up my hammock nicely between two trees. But this area where I am now is nice and out of the way. As long as you clean up after, leave no trace. The hammock that I'm going to be setting up is my Eagle Nest Outfitters, aka ENO double nest hammock. But yeah, it's good to be back making videos. Hello to all this. I've got to cut my finger if you're wondering what that is. Hello to all the subscribers. It's been a while, and thanks to all the new subscribers, which there's been a few. Obviously I've lost a few as well because I've been away for a while, but maybe they'll find the videos again, maybe not. But I've got a new camera, a little microphone up there, so hopefully that's working well. Yeah, let's find a spot to set up. So this is the ENO in its stuff sack. It's got this really strong webbing running around the stuff sack with a nice strong buckle here, and then a fastening clip here. Inside I have the Byer MicroRopes at the top. So this stuffing sack with the hammock inside weighs 19 ounces, which is 540 grams for UK viewers. And then I have my MicroRopes, and that is including the carabiners they give with you. And then inside I have my MicroRope by Byer of Maine, and that is 260 grams UK, or 9.2 ounces. So altogether you're talking 800 grams UK and just under 30 ounces US with the MicroRopes and the hammock. It's triple stitched seams. It's got 400-pound capacity. This is the hammock now. It's 70 denier high tensity nylon taffeta. I don't know what that means, but it's strong. It comes with, like I say, the aluminium wire gate carabiners and this compression sack. So if we go into the compression sack, I have my MicroRopes ready to rock and roll, which will set these up in a minute. This is the carabiner it comes with. Pretty cool little carabiners. They say not for climbing, but again it's got 400-pound braking, so I'm guessing the carabiners are included on that. This here is the Ridgeline, which I've attached. Then the hammock simply pulls out of the stuff sack, and then the stuff sack stays attached, which is a great little feature. And then this turns into a pocket, which I'll show you shortly. So first of all, find a suitable tree this end, and we wrap our Byer MicroRope around pretty high. Now, some people use tree huggers. I've never found these biting into the tree. If you was here for a long time, maybe. But the amount of time I'm here for, I've never ever had a problem. And obviously, we're going to do the same with this tree. They just have a loop in them that you have to chuck round if it's really big. I have done another video on these you can check out, and then they just feed through the loop. Up nice and high. Then your hammock just links onto these via carabiners. You have one either side, which I'll set up now. So we have to move these. In this case, these trees may be too close together, and I might find that I'm doing this again in a minute. And these just tighten up by doing a series of pull-ins through this bar. Then you get your carabiner. And hook it around there. Pull your hammock out. Yeah, I've got a feeling these trees maybe, yeah, should be alright. Should be just alright. Now, this is the secret weapon, the ridgeline. If the ridgeline tells you how much bow you want in your hammock, so if the ridgeline is like this and doesn't reach that other carabiner, that means I've got to loosen some of that end or some of that end off. I set this up in my man cave, got 2 hammock supports in there, set this up to where I find it comfortable to get the right bow in this hammock. You want the right banana shape, and then you have the ability to spread out sideways. By using the banana, you get to spread out sideways. So you have to find where's good with this, because what this does is pull the banana in. So now we're going to loosen that side off till we get this into the carabiner. So this is going to lock into the carabiners at either end. Okay, so as you can see, it now reaches into the 2. And you have the carabiner going in to the toggle. Then I wrap these loose bits around a bit. This also causes a bit of separate drip separation. If you've got drip coming down the line, it can drip that wick down there rather than going into your hammock. But basically the carabiner wraps around this, which comes with the Byer MicroRope. And the Byer MicroRope obviously goes on the tree, and then this ridgeline doesn't take a lot of weight, but it does take some weight, as I learned the hard way with some of them snapping and whatnot. So I put a Byer MicroRope on here as well. Obviously most of the weight is held here, but you do have quite a lot of tension on this. So there you go, your 2 carabiners run from A to B, and then your ridgeline, which you'll set up at home or in the woods or whatever, but somewhere where you don't mind messing about for a bit, you set your ridgeline up. Then your hammock is good to get into. And obviously once you've got your hammock set up, you gingerly, I've used these ropes so many times, I know they're good, but you gingerly get in, make sure everything's tight. There shouldn't be too much tension on your ridgeline, but there should be a bit of tension. Now I'm going to take my boots off. See your hammock this way. Now yes, it looks very bowed, but the point of these ENO nests, double nests, is they flap right out like this. So you get in and you get the flattest lay I've ever had on any hammock ever. Something else that I've done is flap these over like a cocoon. Keeps a bit of the wind out. Obviously I normally have an under blanket if it's cold. England it normally is. An under blanket under this, which I made myself. There's another video of that. Just to take the chill off the bottom, and then you have your sleeping bag laying over the top of you, and it's lovely. And then obviously the great thing with this ridgeline is you can hang things off of it. And I've got bags I take with me, just like old stuff sacks, things like that, or the stuff sacks you're using on that trip. You hang them from here and you can put your things in there. I've got one of those hanging lanterns, turn that on for a torch, and then yeah, it's just a great hammock. You can pretty much lie. You've got to find the right thing. It's about 45 degrees. Now obviously this is near on impossible to get a good film from inside here, but you can trust me when I say I am laying flat, much flatter than you ever get in a taut hammock, where the hammock is that way and you pull it as tight as possible. This is the way forward. I've tried every type of hammock setup, and this, having a ridgeline, the ridgeline stops the hammock being pulled too far either way. You can never, if you've got that ridgeline there, as you saw in the beginning of the video, you can never set it up without this, which suits my body size. Hopefully you can see how flat I am. The only problem with this method is sometimes, obviously, when you're using an under blanket, your feet can end up going outside the under blanket. But if you get a bit of a cut up roll mat, put that under your feet, that sorts it out. Or wear Arctic snowshoes, snow boots, military snow boots. You can get them British Army ones off eBay for next to nothing. And then obviously you've got your pocket here as well. It's a big old pocket. That's what the hammock folds up into. And then obviously, oh, actually I'm upside down. So at the minute the pocket's that way. But if I flip this hammock around the other way, then obviously the pocket will be on the outside, which is the way it normally is. But obviously doesn't matter which way round the hammock is itself. But yeah, if I flip the hammock the other way, that pocket will be on the outside. You can put a lot of stuff in there, cinch it up afterwards. I just put stuff I want close to me in there. And then obviously you've got the ridgeline up there where you hang all your stuff. So the ridgeline has multiple uses, which is always good. Like I say, this weighs next to nothing. It's like 800 grams, I think I said. 19 ounces for the thing, 500 and for the hammock, 550 grams that is. It's not a lot, guys. It's lightweight, easy. You get such a flat night's sleep. But I have also found with my underquilt, which I made, the underquilt that I made, which I've got a video of that. It's an old British Army jungle sleeping bag. To be fair, I'm probably going to invest in a better one soon because it does get a bit chilly. I might pay the extortionate £60, but to be honest, for a good night's sleep, you pay £60 to stay in a hotel. You pay £60 once for a lot of this kit. Like, that's the other thing. I paid about 60 quid for this hammock. I think it was 50 or 60 quid from Amazon. But it's well worth it. But yeah, it is an absolutely excellent hammock. It's my favourite hammock. I used to favour the DD ones. I've had all sorts of hammocks, but this is at present my favourite, just because of the way you can lay out. And at the minute I'm pretty straight, and it's just, you get a lovely night's sleep in it. And the other great thing is you can turn on your side and lay comfortably on your side. I am naturally a side sleeper, so for me that's a bonus. You can sleep pretty well on your side. It's hard to get it with the camera in my hand and stuff, but I've found ways in this where you slot in a certain way, you roll your knees up like this, and you have a pretty nice night's sleep. I've even laid on my front in it. You tell me another hammock you can do that in. Obviously you can get other hammocks of this size. It hasn't got to be this hammock, but you've got to get this really wide one to get this lay, and you've got to set your ridgeline up. Those two things are most important. To all my new subscribers, thanks for subscribing. I hope this video's been good. Probably a bit rusty. I'd like to know what hammocks you guys use, and I'd like to know if any of you use the ridgeline, if you like this method of setting your hammock up, or if you like it taut, what you use for an under blanket. All of these things I find interesting. This method, the ridgeline method, I found out on YouTube. So YouTube is just the best thing ever for sharing ideas, and no one's got to be a know-it-all coming on, oh, you've got your setup wrong and all that. Nobody wants to hear it. We're all here just to share ideas, and you know, there's ways of going about things. But obviously you do get a lot of keyboard warriors. I've had loads of them over the years that come on giving you all kinds of abuse. You don't know what you're doing, you fat English idiot. But you just got to laugh at it, and it is quite funny if you imagine how angry these people must be sitting behind their desk. But at the end of the day, is there any right or wrong to anything? If you're comfortable, you don't hit the ground, you don't die, you don't get wet, you're good to go, whatever makes you comfortable. I'm just sharing this method because I love it, and I'm reviewing this hammock, so if anybody fancies buying one, they can see it here first. There's a lot of other reviews on it. It is a great hammock. I'm not getting sponsored or paid or anything to say it, I just love the hammock. And I can't see me ever using another hammock, to be honest with you. Anyway, looking forward to seeing your comments on what hammocks you use. If you use a ridgeline, what method you use to set your hammock up. Okay, now I'm going to show you just how quick you can pack it up. So you just unclip your carabiners from the Byer MicroRope. Working slower than normal here because I've cut my finger open, and it's hiya, big gash. that I don't want to be pushing on in the stuff sack. So normally this would be even quicker. That's the hammock in. Cinch the top up. And that's it. ENO double nest packed up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.